The final scene from The Legend of Korra ended with Korra and Asami going on vacation together in the spirit world. They hold hands, and as they walk through the new spirit portal in Republic City, the two stare lovingly into each other's eyes. This is how the show ended, and shortly after the series wrapped in 2014, the creators confirmed that they had a same-sex relationship. But what happened with these two after the series ended? Well, the creators actually answered this question, and in this video I'm going to explain Korra and Asami's relationship starting right after we left them in the final shot of the series. Before we start, I make new videos every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to make sure you never miss a Movie Flame video. Now let's get started. Korra and Asami walked through the spirit portal, and the spirit world was magnificently beautiful. The two flew on the back of a dragon bird and explored many different places across the spirit world, from the giant mushroom-like plants to swimming in the spirit waters, and to enjoying picnics on the waterside overlooking a mountain. One day they decided to climb that mountain. However, they discovered it was a spirit who threw them away, making them lose all of their supplies. Korra narrowly saved herself and Asami by airbending, but she became very distraught. She told Asami that she wanted their first big getaway to be perfect, but Asami responded, saying that they had been through a lot worse together, and that she wasn't going to let one disgruntled spirit ruin their fun. The two decided to head back because they had lost all of their supplies, but before they left, Asami kissed Korra, and this was their first kiss. While telling this story, the creators took us back to the original series, probably mainly because so many people said that their relationship came out of nowhere, something that I actually argued against in my Legend of Korra review that I made a while back, saying that it did not come out of nowhere. The creators had Korra and Asami talk about how the relationship began, and Korra mentions when they first met and Asami took her race car driving. Korra said that doing this made her relieved because her whole life she had always been told that she was too wild, too emotional, and too intense. But when she met Asami, Korra realized that she was just as intense as her. She went on to say that she never met anyone who ever got her the way Asami did. The creators then had Asami go back to the original series, and they told us exactly when her feelings for Korra began, proving to the audience that their relationship wasn't out of nowhere. She said that while Korra was gone for those 3 years in between books 3 and 4, it was the longest time of her life, and while Korra was gone, that was when Asami realized how much Korra meant to her. Asami then went on to say that she almost told Korra this in a letter, but decided against it because she was scared that if Korra did not feel the same way, she would never return home to Republic City. Asami then asked Korra when she knew how she felt, and Korra said that she knew after she was poisoned by Zahir at the end of book 3, and Asami being there for her when she couldn't even be there for herself made her realize. However, Korra then went on to say that she was so messed up at the time that she did not know if her feelings were real or not. However, she said it wasn't an accident that Asami was the only person that she wrote to while she was gone, and Asami said that she was glad that she did. As the two left, Asami said that she wished they had longer because once they got back in the city, they wouldn't have a moment to rest. Hearing this, Korra decided to extend their vacation by visiting her parents, something that Asami was hesitant about, but Korra did not notice as she was too excited, and she told Asami that they would be thrilled about the two of them. Here we see the creators add the classic coming out to your parents scene, which I really liked. Korra found it was much harder to tell her parents than she thought it would be, and Asami jumped in before she could get the words out, saying that she was thankful for Korra, and the two said at the same time, "We're together." Korra's parents were shocked at first, but they were both very happy, her mom saying it was wonderful, and her dad saying that he could not be more pleased. As they were leaving, however, her father Tanrock offended Korra, saying that she should keep her personal life private, holding to the Water Tribe traditions, as in their culture, they like to keep family matters private. When Korra got mad, her mother jumped in, and she said that not everyone would be as accepting as they were, and Korra said that that would be their problem, and that she was going to tell whoever they wanted. Her father piled on, saying that she sometimes got too excited, and before storming out with Asami, Korra said that she had dealt with a lot of narrow-minded people, but she didn't realize her father was one of them. As Korra and Asami were heading back to the spirit portals, Asami said that her parents were just being overcautious, and that she understood where they were coming from. Asami said that she wasn't embarrassed or ashamed to be with her, so if Korra wanted to tell the world about them, she'd be right behind her, but she said that there was a selfish part of her that wanted Korra all to herself, and that's why she was hesitant to tell Korra's parents in the first place. Korra, realizing what she had done, apologized to Asami, saying that she was an idiot for not seeing how hesitant she was about meeting them, and that she had steamrolled over her feelings. Asami responded saying that it was okay, and said that what they had was kind of like the spirit world. It's special and rare, and not everyone is going to see it that way. As they walked through the spirit portal, Korra said that no matter what anyone says about them, she'd always have Asami's back, and Asami said the same was true for her. When they returned to Republic City, they came back to the disaster that Kuvera had caused, opening the new spirit portal in the middle of the city, making many families lose their homes. When Korra and Asami showed up at the evacuee camp, they suggested that Korra give a speech to put everyone at ease, and before going, Korra Korra asked if Asami would come with her. Asami got uncomfortable, however, and she said that she would stay there and do something else to help, and she told a slightly hurt Korra to do what she does best and inspire people. The two had an awkward exchange when Korra was forced out of the tent by Tenzin, and this exchange left a bad taste in Asami's mouth, something that Kaya, Tenzin's sister, and Aang's daughter noticed right away. When Korra returned after giving her speech, she and Asami worked together creating new homes for the evacuees, and looking on, Tenzin said to Kaya that they made a great team, something that confirmed Kaya's suspicions about the two of them even more as she agreed with Tenzin. Later that night, Korra and Asami watched the sunset from Air Temple Island, and after Asami said the sunset was beautiful, Korra looked into Asami's eyes and said it really was. Kaya then approached the two, and she told them that they made a beautiful couple. When Asami asked how she knew, Kaya said she suspected something when they went on vacation together, and she then revealed to the two that she was gay as well. She told them that her friends and family knew, but she did not announce it to everyone. Kaya asked the two of them if they had told anyone else, and Asami said Korra's parents and that they were understanding, but Korra chimed in and said that they were worried about what others would say. Korra then asked Kaya how her father Aang reacted when she told him, and Kaya said that he was nothing but supportive, but that was different because he was from the air temples where men and women didn't have to hide who they loved, and they accepted and embraced everyone no matter what their orientation. The creators then had Kaya give us sort of a history lesson on same-sex relationships in the Avatar world. She said that the Fire Nation was accepting of same-sex relationships as well until Sozin came along and made same-sex relationships criminal. Kaya then went on to say that even Avatar Kyoshi, who by all accounts loved men and women, was unable to make any real progress, though she did make some. After hearing Kaya say this, Korra said that maybe her parents had a point, and that if Avatar Kyoshi couldn't make much of a difference, then how would she and Asami? Asami then told her that a lot had changed since then, and that people were more accepting now, especially in Republic City. Kaya told them that their story was theirs to tell, and that they would know when the right time to share the news was. The three were interrupted by Mako and Bolin, and Kaya left them, saying that if they needed her, she was always there to talk. Korra and Asami reunited with Mako and Bolin for the first time after their vacation, and they were about to tell them about each other, but they were interrupted by Jinora, telling them that there was an attack at the spirit portal. When they got there, they faced a triple threat, a criminal gang led by Taguga. During the fight, Korra had to choose between saving Taguga from an angry spirit or saving Asami from the triple threats, and she chose to save Asami. Doing this, however, made Taguga become part spirit and deformed his body, something that he would hold a grudge on Korra for. Asami was knocked out, and when she woke up, Korra was so happy that she was okay that she gave her a passionate kiss. Mako, Bolin, Opal, and Jinora looked on in shock, and this was how they found out about the two of them. Bolin took it very well, saying that he and Opal got the first double date. Jinora thought it was wonderful, but Mako became very uncomfortable, and when asked if he was okay, he unconvincingly said that he was cool with it. Jinora later went on to tell her father Tenzin about Korra and Asami, and when Tenzin, Korra, and the airbenders went into the spirit portal, they found that the once beautiful world was now in ruins. Korra was upset that the place that she had had her first date with Asami was no longer, and Tenzin comforted her as he admitted that he knew about her relationship with Asami. He told her that he was sorry that their special place was gone, and said that he was very happy for Korra that she had found someone like Asami. This was important because Tenzin was sort of like a father figure to Korra, so getting his approval meant a lot to her. Later on, Korra told Asami about the ruins in the spirit world, which upset Asami too. Korra went on to say that she thought after walking through the spirit portal with Asami, her life was finally changing, but nothing was better or different. Asami then touched Korra's thigh, and she said that she knew one thing that was different, saying that there was always going to be problems, but as long as they stuck together, they'd be able to overcome anything. Asami then leaned in, and as she did so, Korra began to say that she loved her, but before she did, Korra pulled away, saying that Asami had a lot of work to do. As Korra stormed out, Asami gave a disappointed sigh. That night, Asami was paid a visit by Jargala, the leader of the Creeping Crystals, another criminal organization, and she threatened Asami unless she paid them off. Asami took out her electrified glove, which made them leave, but Asami was shaken up after. After the incident, Asami hired some bodyguards, which made Korra question her, and Asami told her what had happened. Learning this, Korra freaked out, and she said that she would go after them to make sure they never bothered Asami again. Asami cut her off, however, and told Korra that she could handle this by herself. Korra responded saying that she wanted to help, but Asami refused, which made Korra angry. Asami then justified what she had said by apologizing, and she told Korra that she didn't want her to feel like she had to be on avatar duty every time she had a small problem. Korra said that she wasn't doing it out of duty, but because she cared about her. Korra then said that she cared about Asami more than she ever had about anybody else in her life. The two embraced and touched their foreheads together lovingly. Asami then said that she wanted to take Korra out that night, and Korra said that that would be perfect. Little did the two know, Taguga was watching them from afar, and he now knew that Korra and Asami were together. To get back at Korra for making him a disfigured, half-spirit, half-human, he captured Asami not only to get back at Korra, but also to help get the upper hand on her as he moved forward with his plans of taking over Republic City. Korra, unaware that Asami had been kidnapped, showed up for their date, but Asami never showed. After waiting for a half an hour, a worried Korra called Mako from a payphone and told him and Bolin to meet her at Asami's office. When they got there, Korra was horrified to find Asami's bodyguards knocked out and the place destroyed with Asami gone. Korra immediately jumped to the conclusion that Jargala, who had threatened Asami before, was behind this, and she ordered Mako and Bolin to get in the car to confront her. A furious and desperate Korra stormed into the Creeping Crystal's hideout only to find out that Asami was not there. As they were leaving, Mako and Bolin got a call from Lin Beifong, the chief of police, and she told them to get to the police station where Taguga was attacking. When they got there, Korra came face to face with Taguga, and he told her that it was her fault that he ended up like this, and that her actions had consequences. When Korra, Mako, and Bolin stood together, Taguga pointed out that this was not the full team avatar, and he said with an evil smile that they were missing their fourth member. Korra became furious, and she attacked, demanding to know where Asami was. As Taguga told them to back down, Korra went into the avatar state and said not a chance, but Taguga responded saying that she would back down or Asami would die. Korra left the avatar state and looked up horrified to see Asami being held captive on the ship above, and she said that this was all her fault. The triple threats escaped with Asami, and they began to take over Republic City. After a while, Korra was growing frustrated as they hadn't made any progress to get Asami back. During a stakeout with Lin, Bolin, and Mako, Korra asked why they couldn't go after Taguga now that they had the triple threat surrounded, and Lin said that they couldn't because Taguga was threatening to turn the neighborhood into rubble. When Korra got more frustrated, Lin touched Korra's shoulder and said that she was sorry about Asami and that she had heard the two of them were together. She then promised Korra that they would get Asami out of harm's way, and this cheered Korra up a bit, but she then said that she and Asami had been in tough spots before, but this time it felt different. When Korra walked away from the others, she was approached by Mako, who asked how she was doing. When she said not great, Mako told her how he felt when the two of them liked each other and Tarlok had captured Korra, events that took place all the way back in Book 1. He told Korra that at the time, he blamed himself and was worried out of his mind. He said that because of this, he knew what Korra was going through now with Asami, and for that reason, wanted to help Korra find her. He told her they were going to sneak away from Lin and look elsewhere, and Korra was so grateful that she hugged Mako. Mako then said to her that if she noticed he was acting a little weird, it was because he had never had one of his exes date another one of his exes, and it would take a little getting used to. He then said that he thought that her and Asami were perfect for each other, and that he was the most qualified to say this after dating both of them at different times. Meanwhile, Asami was being held captive by Taguga, and he asked her to make a poison gas bomb to attach to his airship, something that she only agreed to do knowing that she was going to sabotage it. Korra, Mako, and Bolin teamed up with Jargala, and together they found where Asami was being held by using underground passageways that only the Creeping Crystals knew about. When they got there, Asami was so happy to see Korra that she screamed out excitedly, but Korra and the others were unable to get to Asami before Taguga put her on his ship and they took off. Korra, her passion and love for Asami driving her to new limits, refused to get on Mako's bike, and instead, she airbended after the ship as it went toward the spirit portal in Republic City. When Korra found out the United Nations was going to shoot Taguga's ship out of the sky, Korra became frantic because Asami was still on board, and she flew toward the ship on Tenzin's Bison to rescue Asami. On the ship, Asami made sure that the gas bomb she had sabotaged knocked everyone on the ship out as she got a gas mask, but Taguga forced the mask off of her. Korra came just in time and threw Taguga back and gave Asami air, and she told Asami to hold tight while she went to land the ship. Asami protested, however, and said that she had seen Korra drive before, and that she should instead hold Taguga off while she landed the ship. After Taguga broke a window, Korra warned Asami, who decided to drive the ship into the spirit portal so that no one down below would be poisoned. After Taguga almost had Korra, Asami saw this and steered the ship so that he would be thrown out of the window and Korra would be safe. Asami landed the ship a bit harder than she meant to, but Korra jokingly said that it was better than she would have done. Korra told Asami that she was right, and when asked about what, Korra said that as long as they were together, they could overcome anything, the same thing that Asami said to her earlier. The two held each other close, so happy that they were finally safe and finally back together. At a party 3 weeks later, Korra saw her dad, who asked how she and Asami were doing. Korra responded saying that she thought he didn't want her to talk about her personal life, and her father apologized. Korra told him it was alright, and she knew the water tribe had its customs, and Korra's dad responded saying that this was true, but that he didn't want these customs to dictate how he talked to his daughter. As they hugged each other, he told Korra that she and Asami had his full support no matter what. During the party, Korra asked Asami to talk, and the two went outside. Korra said that she had been afraid to say something, but she couldn't keep it to herself any longer. She told Asami that she loved her, and Asami told Korra that she loved her too. The two held each other as they looked out over the city and the spirit portal, happier than they had ever been in their lives. So that's the story of Korra and Asami after the series ended. I personally love these two together and always have since they first got together in 2014, which you obviously know if you've seen my Legend of Korra review. I love what they've done with these two, as well as Kyoshi and her girlfriend Rangi's relationship. I think it adds a lot to the series, and I know a lot of people might disagree, but those are just my thoughts on the matter, and I wanted to share them before this video ended, so let me know what you guys think.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. You can follow me on social media to see more of my personal life and see more of this little dude. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook for Movie Flame updates. And I want to give a huge shout out to all my patrons listed below. If you want to be featured in the next video, plus get a bunch of other rewards, become a patron today. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you press that like button and subscribe, and look out for more great videos on the way.